Welcome back to Nadia's Notes. And Vadim's wake was on Sunday, and it was quite a trying affair. It was, so first there was the mass at Synod, which was really nice, very spiritual, beautiful. I thought about filming, and then I was like, I don't know, like there were other people filming, then I wasn't sure if you're allowed to film during such an event. They were filming so that they could send it to his dad. And then there was a wake inside Synod in their dining room. And then the wake continued in the city. And it was quite trying. It was a beautiful, the layout was beautiful. People spoke, shared their memories of Vadim and what their relationships were like with him, experiences they've had with him, expressed their condolences. I was going to wear this shirt to to the wake, but I ended up wearing something else, but it was just in my bag, so I wore it today.
I don't know anything.
There was a lot of conversation around what we think happened to him, because we don't know, right? So I don't think there has been an official statement made. Maybe there was, and I just didn't see it. We were exchanging information about what we had glimpsed. I shared with you before that we had been reading on Reddit and Instagram things that were being said. If there were any people that saw him at Burning Man, then because I don't have Instagram, I wasn't reading that. I think that could have taken me down quite a deep rabbit hole. I was just perusing Reddit. Interestingly, at one of the places where we went to continue the wake, there was a group that had gone to Burning Man, that had seen Vadim, that had spent time with him, and I guess they knew. They came up and they were like, someone from that group came up and said, "Hey, is this a wake?" And we were like, "Yeah." And they were, you couldn't tell it was a wake. It wasn't like people that were wearing black or anything. It was just, I think, kind of, it had spread through word of mouth. And then this person told us some things and said, feel free to reach out if you want more information. And then at the wake, at the mass itself, there was a person that had gone to Burning Man and also could tell us a little bit about what could have potentially gone on. Not necessarily like, I don't know, just people were sharing whatever they knew, because it's such a tragedy and it doesn't make any sense. I think a lot of us are left wondering, because the person who did this has not been apprehended, like what it means in general. Of course, people are wondering, was this a one-off incident and Vadim just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time? Was it personal? Is it something that whoever killed him does? Like, is this something even more sinister? And because we don't have any answers to these questions, I think just there's a mixture of fear and inability to kind of accept what happened, because I mean we've accepted it, but like it's very hard to process it, because it just makes no sense, right? Like, it shouldn't have happened. We don't know what happened. We don't know what is known about this. And so all of these unknowns I think are creating a sense of a combination of lack of safety and just like mind looping, where you're trying to solve this problem for which you don't have enough information to solve, and therefore you are kind of left looping around. I think we are not very good at understanding the nature of evil. Probably the same way that we're not very good at understanding the nature of goodness. Like, we just experience it, but evil scares us really very much, as it should. And it leaves us very vulnerable and unprotected and alone. And in that sense, coming together, I think, to both celebrate Vadim's life, but also very importantly, to be able to have conversations around his death has been essential, I think, for the community's ability to handle this tragedy and come to terms with it. I mean, yeah. There are a lot of turbulent feelings around this for me, and I'm sure for others. I've spoken to some other friends of Vadim's, and people are not okay. The brutality of the circumstances make the situation even worse. I think we heard somewhere that potentially he didn't suffer. I hope that's true, because I think we were very worried that he had endured that his pain and suffering continued. Hopefully not. And then, of course, please pray for him and pray for us. We need your prayers, and he needs your prayers, and prayer for peace and love, and that the case gets solved, and that, God forbid, no one else ends up a victim.
I don't know, but they are hard. Like, nobody knows about them.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, I was walking, and I ended up by the World Trade Center Memorial. It's right there where the trees are. And yeah. Maybe this is the right place to be for this video. It is a memorial to victims of an evil, senseless crime, murder, just like what happened with Vadim, and maybe this is very fitting. I think I will end the video I will come to the memorial and show you over the edge where the water pours and do a moment of silence for Vadim. Feels very strange. Very, very strange. See you tomorrow.
Essa daqui é uma outra. É muito pouco pra
In the night.
Nossa, tiene que ser visto. Es lo único seguro que hay.
Y otra